And we've got the handshake, and we're ready. Hopefully in just a couple of minutes, Randy Peterson will come up in the booth and join us, and we'll pick his brains on how the lanes are performing this afternoon.
Here's our first look at Tim Criss, really one of the hottest bowlers this year. You're going to see a very relentless shot-making individual here. He just goes up there and does the same thing over and over again. Great balance.
Out of Bel Air, Maryland. He said it was important to get a strike on the first ball. He told us last night. Joining us, Randy Peterson. And Randy, that left lane seemed to be giving everybody some problems.
Yeah, the left lane's a little tough. I, at the last minute, chose to finish on that lane because that lane had a little more hook to it.
Tommy-Delutz. And Tim Criss finishing up. You have to give Tommy the credit because the way he started out, he never gave up.
Yeah, he stepped it up in the 10th frame and did what he had to do to win. And I didn't make the shot I needed to make. The lanes are real sensitive right now. You got to make good shots or else.
And here is Norm Duke, ranked number 4 in the PBA, number 2 on the money winning list. Ryan Schaefer passed him last week. He'll probably flip-flop again.
You're going to see Norm Duke playing the lanes a little different than the other guys. He's throwing what we call a knuckleball, just not very much hook, just trying to go right at him. And that's good for staying out of trouble. And with the free hook, as we said earlier, he can still get a lot of strikes.
Tim Criss, who won the PBA National Championship in '99, and he finally got the recognition I think that everybody was waiting for him to get through that victory.
That ball's going to stop hooking. No.
Well, he said he learned something being in the television finals last week, not to rush, just to take his time. Here's a man who's been in a lot of TV finals. Norm Duke.
Norm is known as the best spare shooter on our tour. We're going to look at Tim. It just doesn't get far enough to the right. Just a perfect Brooklyn. You know, a little farther right, and you can have an open instead. He gets a strike out. Just a real good break. And now Tommy for an early double on the tough left lane.
Still tough, Randy.
Yeah. You know, I mean, depending on what Norm does on the right lane, I think hooking the ball is a mistake. I think you got to try to go as straight as you can.
Well, Tim Criss just went and got another ball.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to try to go straighter.
Norm Duke out of Claremont, California. Won here in Tucson twice. You see the career titles for him?
Solid 8.
Just meant to say Claremont, Florida, I might add, instead of California.
That's 2 great shots so far, 9 each time. And Tommy with the spare.
You know, the thing here is both shots were high flush. You know, when the lanes are tough, not to use a Bowism, but straighter is greater.
You can use it.
Okay, thank you.
And you'll see Norm go dead straight at this. No hook whatsoever. He makes it perfect.
Norm didn't have a whole lot of luck on lanes 15 and 16 during the week. Averaged just about 177.
He's going to do better than that today. And now Tim, he just needs to get the ball projected more to the right with a little more speed. Still didn't do it enough.
Very consistent bowler, top 10 the last 4 years, currently number 10 on the PBA.
You know, and the lanes are breaking down as, I mean, after every shot that these guys are throwing. I mean, in our match, I moved my feet probably 3 times during the match, and they're burning up pretty quick.
He likes that right lane, guys.
Tommy likes the right lane.
That's pretty smart of me to let him finish on that lane, huh? Good call, Randy.
Good
Way to go, buddy.
strategy.
That's why I'm sitting up here.
Tim at the 6'10", makes it on the left side.
Well, Norm Duke was in 2nd place going into the final game last night. Fell to 4th.
Well, the lanes broke down on him. Most of the week he was playing real straight, right about where he's playing at now. Yeah, that's a good shot right there.
That's what got him 2 titles this year in Dallas and in Toledo at the National Championship. And right now, Tim Criss down by 11. Tommy-Delutz up by 1. Norm Duke just down by 1 as we head to frame number 4.
You know, Tim has made 3 bad shots, and he's only 11 pins down. He's got to feel good about that. Right now, he just needs to figure out, what do I got to do? I either got to create more speed, or I got to get that ball to the right. Gave that one a lot of room, and it made it back.
That'll work.
The 5 out. And now Delutz for the first double on the tough lane. And he'll have to finish on this lane, so he better figure it out pretty soon.
He won 5 of his last 6 matches yesterday. Going a little south on that, huh?
Left lane, you know, the players, as we said, 35 feet, you've got to keep your speed up. You really have to almost throw the ball sometimes. Just hasn't projected the ball far enough to the right. And now Norm for a double.
Well, the problem is on the left lane, if you project it too far, it doesn't get back. So it's just got to be perfect.
Detonates him.
Not to jinx anybody, but that type of shot there looks really solid right now.
And Delutz cleans things up.
And you know, talking about the way guys play lanes, it's not easy to do what Norm's doing. It looks effortless, be able to go out there and roll the ball dead straight with very little spin on it. It's not easy to do, and actually a lot of guys out here wish they could do that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Norm makes it look so easy. He's so versatile, and that's why he's won as many times as he has.
And there, Tim finally got one out far enough to the right, and a perfect result.
Well, I think 6-month-old Amanda and wife Sherry likes what they see. Amanda, a regular on the tour.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Sherry said the biggest thing is hoping she doesn't start crying right in the middle of Daddy Bowling. I noticed Chad Michael wasn't in the crowd. Savannah was here.
Chad was running around somewhere.
Tommy in the 5th frame. He's really lined up on this right lane. Needs to keep a little pressure on Norm. Don't let him start going out there and freewheeling. A little heavy, but trips the 4-out.
Nice break there. This ball's going to drift high. Catches a lot of the head pin. And then the nice little trip 4. That's always a nice break.
Norm Duke telling me last night he was so disappointed in the way he bowled. He was going to go back and beat himself up mentally. Said he knew he could bowl better. It worked.
Great shot out there.
We've got a battle in Tucson in match number 2 right now. Norm Duke with a 19-pin lead.